Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into SCYNEXIS, a company trying to fight tough fungal infections and their latest annual report. Think of it as a medical drama, but with spreadsheets instead of stethoscopes, and get ready for a bumpy ride that includes recalls and a potential billion-dollar deal that's now on hold. SCYNEXIS is trying to create new medicines to deal with fungal infections that are hard to treat and resistant to drugs. They're working on a new type of antifungal drugs, basically trying to make better weapons in the fight against fungus. But there's a problem. One of their key drugs, Brexafemme, which is already approved to treat vaginal yeast infections, got recalled because there might have been some contamination during manufacturing. The FDA also put a hold on clinical studies, including an important phase 3 trial called MARIH. Basically, it's like recalled Mary. Basically, it's like recalling all the troops mid-battle. Now, here's where things get a little more complicated. SCYNEXIS had a major deal with GSK, a huge pharmaceutical company, to develop and sell ibrexafunga, a drug in Brexafemme outside of China and a few other countries. This deal was supposed to bring in a lot of money, but with the recall and the clinical hold, that potential income stream is now shaky. They had to amend it, which generally means it wasn't going to plan. SCYNEXIS was supposed to get money based on regulatory approvals, commercial milestones, and sales. But because of the issues with Brexafemme, they've had to lower their expectations on how much money they are able to earn. For example, potential sales milestones have been revised down depending on the date that GSK is able to relaunch Brexafemme in the US. Adding to the drama, there's a class action lawsuit with shareholders claiming the company didn't tell investors about the manufacturing problems. Ouch. They're defending themselves, but these things can be costly and time-consuming, like fighting a legal infection. The company's public float market value held by non-affiliates was approximately $74.9 million. Let's turn to the financials so you can see how this tough year affected their bottom line. Here are some key numbers. Total revenue is roughly $307 million. That's a huge drop, like almost completely gone compared to $140.1 million the previous year. Why, what happened, you ask? Well, the numbers include the $90 million upfront payment from the GSK agreement in 2023. Last year was really good, but this year the income stream did not continue, so a large revenue drop-off is shown. Total operating expenses have dropped about 40% from roughly 67 to 40 million, driven by a decrease in product revenue, but they managed to score roughly $16 million in other income, driven by fair value adjustments of warrant liabilities, and ended up with a net loss of roughly $21 million. While nobody likes net losses, remember that 2023 was largely inflated by that one-time payment. We see comparing the year's end income is roughly $67 million, while this year it's a $21 million loss. They finished the year with $75.1 million in cash equivalents, and investments, which they expect will be enough to keep them going for at least the next 12 months. You do not want this number to be too low as you approach 12 months, as the company could be in trouble. To zoom into this a bit more, cash used in operating activities are LOMSU 24 million. These cash flow problems are driven largely by having that one-off revenue year before. Of course, the report is also obligated to mention risks, but this also may give us hints to what they plan to do in the future. Let's see. They acknowledge they need to attract and keep key personnel. Also talk about potential product liability. These two items tell us they may need to raise money soon and the risks that are tied to that. Now let's zoom out and look at the big picture. SCYNEXIS is clearly facing a tough situation with a major product recall, a paused clinical trial, and a lawsuit hanging over their heads. They are dependent on other parties, including GSK, to be successful, but they continue to make progress in moving forward some of their products. The recall has temporarily derailed their momentum, potentially affecting their future earnings. However, SCYNEXIS is trying to weather the storm by cutting costs, focusing on SC247 and working to get ibrexafunga back on track. The key will be resolving the manufacturing issues, getting the MARIH study back up and running, and hopefully seeing GSK successfully commercialize Brexafemme again. It's a high-stakes game, and they'll need a bit of luck and a lot of skill to pull it off. So thanks for tuning in to Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a like, drop a comment, and definitely subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.